Hello, welcome in then to round 3 here in House of Racing Tier 2, where we're in lovely now in Miami, but once we go into the race there will be a bit of rain about, so that's something to, I was going to say look forward to. It depends if you're spectating or actually in the race, because I imagine if you're actually racing it's not something to look forward to, but hopefully bouncing back from last week where we had, well, I was going to say a dull race, but to be fair, actually for Portugal standards it was quite good. So who knows what can happen today. Mixed conditions, anyone's game really, whether someone steps up. We've got a couple of different reserves in today, that being the Crook, who's reserved before, AFK Mikey, first time racing today. 2 Nitrogen obviously is that Nitro, but it's just changed his name, so if you're confused, that's who it is. Websy Cola back in again, he's driving for Aston today. First race of the season actually for Taze, who's coming into the season as a new driver but showing good pace in the sign-up, so who knows where he'll slot in. And then we should be so we've got 19 so far, still expecting Oozing to hop in, so we should have a full 20 today, so that would be a good scrap. But what do you think the pole time's going to be today? I'll put you on the spot and see what.
Oh, I can't even remember what we were supposed to be honest. That's supposed to be.
let me go.
Like, I want to see was
50?
Like low 26, maybe high 25. Around that area.
Let me go and see. Let me go on to race then and see.
Either that or I might be 10 seconds up. You know, quite often happens well.
Someone sent a stormer. Let me see. I'll log into RaceNet and I'll analyse the times and see what people are setting as well. Simon
probably quite bad that we can't remember well
we've been doing like
26, so it's
yeah
I
right,
think it's low 20, high 25
so it's just whether people can creep into the 25s, I think, then for a time. Already, you know, low 26s coming in from, well, GhostFace leading the Williams in a 1-3 currently at provisional time, so just keep an eye on things and see how things go. But
I wonder if they'd be able to go a bit quicker though, actually, because I think that we were obviously doing one-shot quality for it being a sprint in Tier 1.
That is
and
true.
And you start on something like 60% ELS or something, so obviously they get extra boost from that.
Edgar Mikey going forward to the line, had deploy usage towards the line, so still got more time in that, on top of any mistakes he would have made during that lap as well. Obviously we've got plenty of cars on track, 4 cars still in the pits as well. Who's coming to the line? We've got a Mercedes there. We've got Chocolado. No, Chocolada's in sector 2 still. As Mawson just starting his first lap of the session as well. We've got, is that Brad has come around for his, I was going to say, is this his first lap? Yeah, it is. Yeah, I thought he was going to come into the pits, but no. So Brad is to the line. Where can he go on his first run? Puts provisional pole then, low 26 immediately. Puts 3 tenths between him and the competition. Obviously won the race last week initially, and then heartbreak got done with a filthy pit lane cut, which cost him the win, which is a shame, because that's the second time then that he's initially won the race, but then it's gone to the strict room and he's had it stripped from him. So can today be the day that he finally gets that win on track?
Oh, Chesney's crashed. He's out at Mickey Mouse section. I wasn't on board with it, but it looks like from where the dot is, he would have turned into early.
Maybe caught his back wheel. Yeah. Worst thing as well, I'm obviously saying that Brothers has had 2 wins taken away, but he's still got a win to his name, still got 1 win within Tier 2, so it's just whether he can add to that. Who else have we got on track? Setting times, we've got a couple of cars in Sector 3.
Oh, Nitro is gone off as well. Oh, I wonder if he's trying to get us from off the way.
Maybe.
Very off spot.
Yeah, Cooker's coming to the pits there. Alex is in the track. Hello. Who have we got then? So Nitro's just about to start.
He's about to come up to the line, so it'll be interesting where he spots him.
Ooh, deploy use very early as well than that. Looks like it's just out of the final corner, really. So only 10th for more, so I say only 10th, still top 10, considering we have pretty much got a full grid. I'll see if Oozing is on his way. Have there been any more?
Yeah, actually never in line, that's everyone, so hopefully he's getting there.
I hope we can. Oh, Trent's in the chat. Ooh. Slick's coming to the line now then. one of the only drivers yet to set time. So where can he go on his first run? Puts it P8, respectable, into the 26s. Big field spread immediately though when you just look at the timing sheet. You know, Brad is on a 26.1. You've got a second gap just between the top 10. So we'll see if once people kind of perfect their laps and just shave that time off, whether it comes down or whether that field spread is going to stay. I mean, yeah, Nitro being 20 seconds off the pace is not representative. But yeah, using isn't, so we will be a full 20. Everyone's looking forward to some wet firing.
I've also just seen in the chat, it's confirmed that he was pushing on, so this is Chesney was pushing on his in lap because he hadn't done any dry practice and he'd only been doing wet and crashing his in lap.
Oh god. I mean, he's not out, he's got a time on the board and he's here to go again. 13, can he stay in 13th or considering there's four drivers at that time, obviously using won't set a time because he's got a quality down. But he's already in it. He says, I already feel that name's going to drop. He's got 3 tenths between the V carbs. Rupsy Cola, where is he? Still in sector 2. Robert Compagnassi's come around to the line now, so we can see if he can already hop with Strick and Chesney. Randy comes, what can Robert do on his first lap? Puts a P7, very good first time. Once again into the 26s. Was tasers all over the place. Just coming into the end of sector 1 there, so that would heavily put him down on what time he was going to cut. Awkward as well coming into the final corner, going a bit deep at the hairpin, but keeping it together to the line. Got no ERS left, but he's still quite good on his deploy usage. Where can he go with that time? Doesn't move at all actually. Stays 14.
Actually Coda up to the line as well, he jumps into 14th, so he drops down to 15th then.
He's falling. Taze, I guess Taze will be on a lap, but as we were on board with him, he's obviously made a big mistake on his run, so we'll see if he does choose to finish this lap. Got no ERS left as well, but he's still good on his usage for now.
Flashing low on fuel as well, so whether or not he has enough to get to the end of this lap, because we have been having more than one earlier.
Alex saying what happened to Chesney, we believe he may have died going into Mickey Mouse. Yeah, tasing the pits then, so not choosing to continue with that lap as expected. Who have we got closest to set? We've got a McLaren coming around, but is that on an out lap or an actual lap?
Or Cam could be able to take provisional pole with a 25.
First man into the 25, yeah. Who else towards the front is on a time?
Bradley was 2 tenths up on his, off of this time, so whether or not he's done different ERS deployment, I don't know, but...
Grimmick coming into sector 2.
So 3 seconds. Oh, okay. I literally just jumped to him and it said, oh yeah, it's back after that, so not maiden still.
Oh, Chocolata catches the wall going into Mickey Mouse, pushes him wide, so that's going to heavily hinder his time. Trent said, what's Mickey Mouse is this bit here. Oh, Chocolata's just gone into the wall there. Is that part? I think he's missed part of his wing. Yeah, has he? He just kicked something up, so maybe someone removed the bollard. But I didn't see what Chocolata was doing coming into the final sector because I was too busy seeing if there was damage. But we'll have a little see if he chooses to finish this lap or we chucks it into the pits. He's very low on his usage as well, coming out of that final corner, and yeah, into the pits he comes. So no improvement on that time around for Mr. Chocolata.
And he's currently 3 tenths up on his lap as well when I cut through him, so just about to enter the Mickey Mouse chicane now, so obviously it's quite easy to invalidate here if you sort of just turn in.
Look at this train. I feel like there's going to be a block here. Everyone's so close. I don't know if these cars are all on time. So that's Slick. Yeah, Slick getting out of the way then. I don't know if that was too late because people were like, look at the train. It's an absolute snail trail of cars coming around there.
They all could try and get toes.
Well, yeah, maybe. Because then you've got Mikey though in the mix there actually trying to set a lap. Getting somewhat hindered by the cars up ahead. So we'll see what time he actually puts on the board. Whether he benefited from it, I'm not sure. But through he comes then. Puts up to P6, finds nearly 3 tenths, so don't know how much he was actually hindered by that as Slick then behind does start his lap. As well, so we're keeping an eye on that to see where he filters in. Currently P9. That's using the tight. So only Taze then, only man yet to set a lap.
Be interesting to see where he slots in as well, because this is his first actual race of year exclusive pre-season.
Yeah. Obviously, like we said, yeah, on initial kind of indications, it would be that he is, he's carrying some serious speed. So excited to finally see where he slots into our established field, really. Coming into the beautiful Mickey Mouse section, we'll see what Slick can do. Got a couple of cars later on the lap. I think there's a Williams coming around. That might be GhostFace about to start one of his last runs. Only probably time for 2 more to go with 5 minutes left on the clock.
But he's expected 10th up at the end of sector 1, so that's the end of sector 2.
Lost the 10th. Not much battery left as well. Got now 10%. Still got a bit of usage to play with, but realistically that's just to burn out the final corner to try and keep it out of the deployment limit.
He's giving a lovely toe to every car behind him. I don't know who that is about to follow him up to the line. Hugo Skywalker then will follow him up to the line with getting a lovely toe in this one.
Just look, there he goes, and Hugo, putting in 14th as well, so not benefiting that much from the toe.
He's been validated very late on in his lap, so he's going to get to the end of the lap with only 10% DRS, so he's not here to go again now.
And it's whether he's got the fuel to go again. I think he's going to have to pit. Yeah, he is. Oh, no pressure then, 1 lap. He's Bruce doing a 1 shot. At this point, he's got a fuel for 2, surely, just in case.
Yeah, because by the time you get in and out, you're doing out that, you have enough time to back off just to not an ideal situation to be in.
Slick on hot lap going around, but he has invalidated.
I shouldn't ask everyone just trying to get back into the pits for a last time.
Brought the company has to,
towards the end of our lap, and he's 2 tenths up.
Yeah, so he is on a lap, so I don't know if this is him done. I don't know if he'll make it round in time considering he is low on fuel. It's going to be quite close actually, but he's improving here, and with that time he's good enough to maybe get around his teammate Kookaburra. Obviously Robert Combs now full time in that seat.
That's ticked for a user, I believe. He's got next to nothing left.
Yeah, he's got to the limit.
Crossed in time to the line.
To the line, where to go does just slot in just behind his teammate Kookaburra, 60 milliseconds. So P8 in between the 2 Ferraris as well of Mike and correct. 2 reserves though, worth saying. Who else have we got setting times?
Ali currently on the lap, he's at the end of sector 1 now, he's 2 tenths up in his time again. 7 lap times on board him though, and I think he failed to set the lap, so we're doing what we can continue with this.
3.5 minutes left as well. Still no time on the board for Taze as well, so literally it's just a 1 lap wonder that he's hoping to do. Ali keeping it very tight to the wall there, hoping to have some slight hesitation, and he validates.
He had time to pit there and go again, unless he's just got enough fuel now, but really he won't recharge the DRS to go again.
No, Everyone in the pits then pretty much getting ready for that 1 lap push at the end. I think GhostFace is just coming. Yeah, GhostFace into the pits then. Should be just enough time. It's going to be quite close. Got a minute and a half to play with.
Not leaving the pits now, then he's alright.
I can't cut to the garage and see. It doesn't look like there's any movement, to be fair, so I think he gets away for it just about. So Mike, use your first man out then. See what you can do. Still on his out lap though. Plenty of time left if people want to leave the garage though. Same with Taze, Nitro, all coming out. Bradders. So at the moment it is going to be Nitro. He's got quite a comfortable buffer back to Bradders though, so see if anyone can topple the Italian from the top of the leaderboards. I know just from time trial that Camper and Gremic both have very solid laps, that which they'd be able to put a solid shift in for tier 1 really, if they were to race up there. So I think they're hoping for a solid start, but then obviously all descends into chaos for the main race when the conditions completely change.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's what makes it interesting as well, We roughly know from time trial who's about where, so they can carry it through, but the second we get into the right course,
anyone's game. Yeah. Someone like Rupsy Cola, if he's down in 15th, he might decide to turn into, prime Michael Schumacher in the rain and fly it through the grid. So we know Mawson's obviously quite good in the rain as well, so if Mawson is down there, you'd expect him to shoot up the order in race trim. I know it's a different track, it might be track specific, but Brothers as well, from the first couple of races that he did in HY, he does like the rain as well.
It's the one thing with Mikey as well, going early, is just making sure all these cars are going to keep driving at him as well.
Yeah, because they obviously aren't fully aware that this car is on a live time. He is up though, a 10th, but yeah, the two cars going side by side here, so he needs to be careful that they get out of the way. And I don't know if they will, because look at them, they're just messing around here. He needs to be careful. They're not going to get as well. Oh, it's disaster's ready to happen.
The Red Bull's done it, but it's the Merc.
Oh, the Merc. Oh,
yeah.
Chocolada as well. It's the second time. If he gets reported for that, I mean, Tim and Kookaburra is messing around on their laps. Who have we got further back as well?
The one thing that's going to be nice is still 4 tenths up and he's getting a bit of a toe along the back straight as long as the Alpine moves out the way.
Yeah, it's weird because he's toe hopping. Yeah, I mean, cars are moving out of the way for him, so this could not work out as bad as it first looked like it was going to. But Mikey ran for
improvement though from what we've seen, but whether or not it could have been better after all this.
Where's he going to slot then? Currently P6, Mikey to the line, puts his second then, very, very close to campus time. Closest out of anyone so far. Making sure he doesn't, I don't know if he's just impeded GhostFace there, he was actually just starting his lap. Who else have we got further on?
Brothers is almost a 10th up, and this is coming into sector 3 now, so all comes down to the DRS usage compared to last time that we can get the final corner, but it's good enough to hold back for now.
See around the final corner then, where does he go? Can he continue that time? Yeah, he's clean. Time is up though, so all these times will be the final times. Can Brothers do it? No, he can't. It gets into the .9s, but still cannot touch campus time. He's coming through Mickey Mouse now. I don't know if he's improving on his times, currently showing down. Oh, we need to know, he's invalidated. Popped over the curb, so that's camper done. Massive moment of oversteer, flicked it over the curb, so that is him done and dusted now. No improvement, so he just needs to hope that the cars behind don't improve. Gremick is showing us 6 tenths up.
GhostFace is 3 tenths up, and he's getting a lovely toe down the back straight, so it could be
Gremick's gone deploy usage, but to the line, yeah, he just lost 2 tenths in the final sector there, did Gremick. 26 flat. GhostFace then...
Like GhostFace going to be the one to watch here up to the line.
Yeah, round he comes then. To the line, can he nip it? He does, gets privilege of 0.7. Brad is saying he can't get... You are allowed to get slipstream, you just can't time it with other drivers. That's... And Chocolatico's provisional pole then. The 25.6 out of nowhere. Slick then is invalidated his time.
He did a 10th up, but doesn't move.
Doesn't improve, yeah. So 16th and then 18th for the last 2 cars across the line.
That's it.
So Chocolat out of nowhere chucks it on pole position, just a short distance ahead of GhostFace. But Brad is, yeah, you're allowed to get slipstream. You're allowed to tuck in behind another car, but you're not allowed to purposely tow each other. Tow cars, move out the way, and plan tows. Teammates or non-teammates. But if you're just following another car around on a lap, you're just tucking behind them. But there he goes, then puts it on pole. Taste in the chat saying this truck can die. Didn't actually see where he qualified in the end, obviously. Only had 1 lap to chuck it somewhere. Where did he put it? Puts it P9. So solid. Look at this field spread though. Just a little flick through. Chocolate 25.6. Very solid time to be honest. Chesney only got 1 time in before he entered the wall. So 1.8 seconds covering the pack. Chocolate pole. GhostFace P2, Camper P3, Bradders P4, Mikey first time racing puts at P5, Gremick P6, Lucas Champion P7, Ali reserving once again P8, Pace's first race puts at P9, and then Kookaburra rounds out the top 10 and starts the Red Bull 1-2, just back there, 10th and 11th. And now, like we said, it all just completely flicks and moves on its head. Mikey acknowledging the impeding as well, so whether that gets struck in a ticket we'll have to see. Obviously, if anyone wants to report potential tows and working together, they're more than likely to. You're more than welcome to. And if it gets reported in the field that it's deemed, nothing will change in the qualifying results, but people can have penalty points added to their license, and then the severity will change depending on how much it was actually beneficial.
I think that's one of those that's a bit painful when you go early, like Mikey did, because still impeding, and of course, you know, it still will get the other drivers done if they're not going out the way. But it's just something you always risk when you go so early on your final.
Because everyone's just getting ready to start their final run. They're not really expecting a car to be behind starting their run. So yeah, it's just obviously the car should still be, you know, on edge and getting ready to move out the way. But here we go then. We're getting the lights obviously in wet conditions now. So 4 lights, 5 lights. And away we go then in a lovely wet Miami. Chocolate looks to get a good start over GhostFace. I think he's going to hold his lead down and when he does. It's like Camper trying to go. No, it's Ali trying to go around the outside. Gets caught amongst it though. Staying at P7. Taze is trying to move up positions as well. Bradders has a massive moment coming out of the little chicane bit. Stays P3 though. Just above of Camper. Early position. I imagine everyone's going to be on the inters. Yeah, everyone on the inters.
Udin's already up to 12, and that's after
8 positions. Bro took a shortcut. How is he up 8 positions? Gremic's down 4.
Crook's down 6, so whether or not he got pushed wide or something, I don't know. But...
Yeah, down 6. Unfortunate, because he showed good pace and quality to be, you know, up towards the back end of the top 10. Cut towards the front, see if we've got any more movements. GhostFace just tapping the rear of Chocolate there, going into Mickey Mouse. More contact between Bradders and GhostFace as well, as the front couple just try to suss each other out and just settle into the race. Hopefully after the first lap or two everyone just decides to, you know... Oh, Bradders actually clatters the wall there. I don't know if he's got any damage from that, but definitely made contact. But yeah, everyone's just trying to settle into the race, get into rhythm, and I think GhostFace actually going for a move up here for the leads. We get ERS on to see if people are choosing to burn.
He's backing out of this one.
Yeah, more contact made though. Oh, more contact again.
He's almost pushing Chocolate around that corner.
It's already a bit of a drop off as well between the front 4 and Mikey.
At the back, I think.
Is he fully round?
Oh, actually no, maybe not. He just had a slim loss of position.
Chesney's already coming into the pits. Has he got damage? I think he's missing part of his end plate from that.
Has to be.
Down the inside though, Awkward goes on Crook. He tries to hang it round the outside, but we'll have to cede that position. Obviously the conditions will be inters the whole race, so no real potential opportunity for it to dry up. Obviously if it is a wet to inter kind of race, or if it's still wet, there is sometimes an opportunity to go onto the softer compounds out of the tyres, you know, the less extreme, but I think in this case we are going to be on wet tyres for the entire race. No opportunity for it to move to a softer wet end realistically. Unless someone wants to be a guinea pig and see how that gets on.
Taze, maybe falling quite far down the order they want for that one.
Oh, I say Taze gets past Ali, but Ali dives back on him going into sector 2, and they're going to go side by side through Mickey Mouse. Same with Mikey and Lucas Champion ahead. They're going to go side by side through the tightest part of the track. Oh, and Lucas Champion has to bail out. Ali trying to pounce as well.
There's a lot of run off really there. He would have probably picked up a couple of warnings from that, but I'm sure.
Yeah.
Something like that, sure.
Interesting if that gets reported as well. Not only just for the actual track limit removal, but is he going to feel that Lucas Champion did give him any space? I mean,
I don't think there's much.
Yeah, I mean they tried to go side by side,
and now you know it's going to happen.
Taze dive bombs down the inside of Ali as well, catches him somewhat napping, moves up then into 7th. Things are getting very close up front as well. This Chocolate still maintains the lead. Obviously we've missed him. Bradders getting past Camper. We've got a yellow flag towards the back. Who was that round? Fully round as well. Has he got missing his whole front wing?
His whole wing.
Into the pits he comes. I don't know if that was contact between Slick and the Crook as well. I don't think it was. Yeah, that's awkward done as well. Wing damage on lap 3 kind of compounds his race from the offset, but only the VSC.
Yeah, I think that's a painful bid you're in, and you only see it as a VSC, no chat.
Yeah, I mean it is a wet.
Obviously got fit for a wing change.
One thing to bear in mind is a wet race though, so it's the opportunity to. Gremic gets a drive. He's P10 currently, but not what the big Italian wanted to do. You know, obviously coming into the season a big hitter. He's not having the best of times currently this season, still round 3, and he's yet to fully hit the heights that he did last season. He's going to go right to the back. More action up ahead as Taze is trying to get involved with the Ferrari there of Mikey. I think he's just going to get him done going into Mickey Mouse. All contact made.
Contact between them, they're locking together a bit, but
they go side by side again.
Really backing out.
Oh, and he tried to. Oh,
yeah.
Taze tried to make the corner where he probably should have maybe bundled over the curb like. Is it Lucas Champion did a couple of laps previous? And they both end up in the wall, and realistically, I think that's damage for Taze. I think he was missing his left end plate.
That's damage for both. Yeah, certainly damage for Mikey. I'm waiting for a better angle. Taze, it's got to be surely.
And Crux is going for a little send on Rupsy and Mikey. Through he goes then. Yeah, it's painful because they're both having a very good race as well, and yeah, in the pits they come. So I guess they're just going to try and pit and go to the end.
Mikey's staying out. Mikey's just going to go for it.
Yeah, so Taze is in. Mikey's continuing with it then, so we'll see how Mikey, and Taze already retires in the pits then. Bit of wing damage and he's called it into the box. Just like cut to Hugo trying to go side by side with Mawson as well.
Right, the back of Chocolade at the top as well. Chocolade's sort of losing traction all over the place.
Camper's in a bit of no man's land currently, trying to catch up to the front three, 1.1 off, but he's 2.2 clear of Lucas Champion behind us, as that was the front of all that just happened there with Taze and Mikey. So that gap has opened up significantly between these two packs.
Yeah, of course there's no DRS here, but I mean it's just missing a slipstream effect when you start dropping back.
Yeah, it's just all about pace at this point, isn't it? Really, like if you don't have the actual ability to catch up, it's going to be or the tyre advantage, you're just not going to be able to.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can still get some kind of toe effect, I suppose, but it's not going to drag you in rapidly, is it? Really.
You just need a bit more battling to begin to go on up there, really, but...
What have we got happening further back?
Still not gone in the service drive-through, which...
I imagine it's a slap, surely.
Yeah, I was going to say, normally you just want to get in and get it over and done with.
Yeah, the longer you stay out, the more you're just opening up the opportunity for a safety car to happen. And then you've missed the window. That could have saved your race, so yeah, I imagine, is he going to come in? Yeah, in he comes, yeah. Doesn't want to speed in the pits and compound his pain, no. Keeps it nicely within the lines, gets a break to the line, and then he comes then, so I imagine that's it. All the way to the back for Gremick. Going to come out ahead of Chesney because he's just in his own little race currently. But it's painful for Gremick.
He's doing a good job as well after he's at least able to stick with the people bits further back.
Only frustrating thing is if there is a safety car or something that gets called.
Actually, no, he hasn't got damage. So just double checked, and no, that's why.
Oh yeah, no visible. I imagine he might have something. To be fair, I know Taze was literally missing an end plate. Mikey doesn't have anything visual, but I imagine he's surely with it. I know he didn't smash into the wall, but I imagine he might at least have a little yellow damage on at least the left end plate. Things are getting very close up front as well. Between Bradis and GhostFace, I think that's GhostFace just moved back ahead.
Yeah, Bradis is trying to see if he can get the position around the outside, it backs out of it, in there, trying up alongside for them.
Camper's right with his train as well then, so a little bit of scrapping has helped him gain around half a second to get fully within this train. Not that, it's within the DRS train, but close fighting to ensue. Lucas Champion out 2.3 back, and then a further 1.7 seconds back is Kookaburra. He's got Oozing for company as well before there's another bit of a gap back to Ali, Robert Compagnasu and Mawson, who's just starting to lose touch potentially with Robert Compagnasu, so we'll see if that manifests further. Camper though, yeah, I was going to say Camper pushing, but Lucas Champion doing the best as well, followed by Kookaburra, so even though there's gaps open, Bradis goes.
Nitro's gone.
Bradis went sideways through turn 3 as well.
Yeah, Nitro's missing half his wing. I don't know what happened with him. I missed that. I just kept him on the other flag. Nothing like that. Lucas, comes the first man to get 3 wings after. He had a terrible time. He didn't really look at him.
Oh, look at Nitro. He's just got no turning ability. He's missing half his wing, but he's got more than half the lap to go. Still in sector 1, so it's a pain, but he's got the whole lap to do pretty much without a wing, so it's, I imagine this is curtains for him. Yeah, and Slick catches the wall as well. Just a bit of understeer. Took him into the wall. Don't think he's got any damage, but he did catch his rear tyre on that wall. just going into sector 2. Hugo's made good progress as well, up 7 positions currently. But yeah, currently P11, up 7. Mikey and Gremic, the big losers, really. Obviously, Gremic serving that drive through, and then Mikey getting caught up in that collision is the culprit for those demotions from their good position. Oozing the real winner, though. I mean, at the moment, he is surely bang on the money for driver of the day. Up 13 positions, had the quali ban, started last at P7.
I was going to say, he's also really curvy on Cuthbert now as well, so whether or not you can try to get another move done shortly.
Oh, Cuthbert a bit of a slide. Yeah, one thing worth noting, obviously, with Oozing is that he did benefit from those 2 positions from Mike and Taze when they came together, and then maybe a bit of chaos that ensued after that. But that's only 2 positions. He's still up 13 from the start, so fair play.
Well, it's just amazing first lap, really, wasn't it? He took what, 9 of them off then.
Tremant in the chat. New driver in F1 saying what was the pole time? The pole time was a 0.6, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I think it was almost a 0.7, wasn't it?
I think it was like a high 6.9 something. In dry conditions as well, I would say.
Yeah, it's probably worth saying as well for these that it's not a sprint as well for Tier 2, where Tier 1 it is. The difference being is, of course, they aren't doing one-shot bodies.
Yeah, that the ability in this, you know, in Tier 2 here that they've been able to do not only a full session, but maybe snag a little toe from someone as well and gain some free time. Obviously, with it being a one-shot, you're on the track by yourself, so you can't have that ability. So it's
Oozing looks to be quite hard in my... I don't know if I did actually. He sort of teleported away from after. Not as a bit of lag, but...
See, has he got any damage? Doesn't have any visual damage, so let's see. I was going to say slightly adrift from Kookaburra, but not really, I suppose. 2.8 clear of Ali as well, so these pair having a good little scrap at the moment for P6 and 7. Kookaburra having a good race as well, up 4, qualified P10, so solid race for him as well. Oh, had a bit of a moment though, coming out of that final corners. Camper then puts in the fastest time, whether it's slightly drying up a bit, obviously won't go dry, but a dry line potentially forming, meaning that the lap times can fall. I'd be interested to see what
the first into the pits for a stop, not robbing the wings into the shoe.
Nitrous, yeah. Slick's retired as well. I imagine, yeah, it's both of them gone. Slick obviously with half his front wing, so I was expected, but Slick just calling it a day, I'm assuming, just not back in the conditions. But worth saying that Lucas Champion was making some inroads into the top 4, but he's dropped back a bit. He was 1.5 back.
Burning your rest as well, yeah. I think both are burning up top.
Oh, Brad has sent it down inside.
Gone for the dive, yeah.
GhostFace is, yeah, on the least amount of ERS out of all of them. Although, yeah, I imagine it's going to recharge very quickly in wet conditions. Campus sat comfortably in P4 right now, still with a bit more ERS to play with as well, so just playing the long game. I think Rialza was doing something similar in Portugal, quite happy just to sit at the back of the train. As Robert Commodesi gets a 3. I wonder if he's been forced wide at Mickey Mouse to get a corner cutting warning. It's not really... maybe it was with Ali. I mean, I didn't know if he was necessarily quite close to Ali or whether he's just had a moment and had to cut that. But 3 seconds going to and with Slick retiring, that's the he's the only man with a penalty next to his name as well. So not a stat you want to have.
He's got a bit of a gap behind, but it's just, you know. I mean, as I say, that Morton's really bringing it down a fair bit.
Yeah. So at the moment, I mean, I might drop him out. We'll drop him outside the points. Just whether he can stay above the crook as well, but I mean that's outside the point, so I don't know if he's too interested if it drops that far. Big gaps between. I mean the top 4 are very close, and then 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, even 9th now with Robert Commodesi losing a bit of time. Using's had a bit of a snap as well. Yeah, that gap's even gone up a bit more. He's losing heaps of time now to Kookaburra. Lost the second in the last couple of laps as well.
Man's got a huge amount of ERS over the Shackle, just almost sort of 30% difference between the two, so he's not burning it yet, but we've not see him absolutely jump it down the back straight.
He's gone for a little ERS send this save this lap. Lucas Champion, look at Lucas Champion there, the front 4 fully in a fight that Lucas Champion is with the pack again. So that gap was 2 point something seconds the last couple of laps. He's now reeled that back in, and now he's with them. It's fully now a 5-way fight for the win. So this could get very tasty. It all depends now on strategy and just ERS management really for the rest of the race. Is there going to be any movements for the lead? Chocolate is still maintaining that gap, keeping that lead for now as we enter the 10th lap now. Just come around that final corner.
I think Hugo could be looking for a move on Morrison for a back. I'd say that he's got burning now. Yeah, he's got into non-ERS and going to settle back down.
And if GhostFace, oh, I think he was thinking about a move there, but just decided to back out of it.
Lucas Champion then Cuthbert getting the fastest lap as they try and, like you say, Lucas Champion is part of this train up top, whether or not Cuthbert can keep doing that and bringing the gap down.
I mean, with the close proximity to the top 5, I mean, they're just going to be driving at a slower speed compared to what they would be in clear air, so I imagine, look, Cuthbert has already managed to take a 10th or 2 off them, so who knows? I mean, Cuthbert could join the party in the next couple of laps. I mean, it all depends on when these guys are going to pit, because we've now, you know, we've done the third of this race, so now we're entering that stage where, you know, it's becoming a possibility that you can pit at this point. So we just have to see who bites the bullet first and tries a little undercut. Because I imagine you'd be able to get a good little undercut going. Obviously, you pay the price towards the end, but all contact as well between. But I think Brad has just clipped the back of Chocolate there, sent him for a little half spin. No real danger caused though, so nothing to worry about. Obviously, these two have been beefing slightly in the TikTok comments and all that about their penalty point tallies last season, and who's the dirtiest out of the two, and now they're enemies on track, fighting for the win. So this could get quite interesting the further this race goes on. If it is them 1 and 2, obviously GhostFace and Camper will have something to say about that. They're right with it. Even Lucas Champion really, who's joined the party fully now.
I think Brad Longhead's going to say the problem is if you go to lead the gap, if you look at, I don't know what the pit lot is exactly, but usually it's about 20 seconds. Before you know it, you're dropping in and amongst sort of Grantham Rich Dakota at the moment.
Yeah. That's the thing, if you can slot into a nice window, then it'll work out beautifully. Because then you can have some clean air. It's whether you go into a gap of cars that are trying to go a bit longer, and then before you know it, you're stuck through, you know, if you're stuck behind them through this sector. Oh, and contact up in front as well.
Yeah, but it's... Oh, leads and catches, is it?
Camper, yeah.
Camper.
Still in the train, but wow, you just caught the end of that. I think Bradders went for an inside move down, dive down the inside of Chocolada, maybe caught Chocolada napping and contact made. GhostFace trying to pounce from that as well, but big gap opening up between the front two and Chocolada then as he regains his composure and tries to push back up to the lead. But I said this was going to boil over between that top two, and it literally happened immediately. So we'll have to see whether that gets reported. That's something for the stewards to look into as well. Look at that, all the gaps between the front are literally 4/10. Nose to tail, the front 6, well, 6 now. Kookaburra really benefiting from that little collision there, as he's gained a second from that, and he's still somewhat adrift.
Not one, the gap was tipping down, and he had the chance, I think, if he wanted to try send it.
I thought Lucas Champion was going to send for it then, but just choosing to back off and settle in and go again. I wonder how urgent Chocolade is going to feel that he needs to push back up, because they're obviously still within this train, so no real hardship in doing so. Lucas Champion, next man to get a 3-second penalty though.
Oh, Hugo speeding to 60 gets the 3 seconds in the
tire. That's him done, yeah. Chocolate a bit scruffy. Bradders with a massive snap come around into the bank left-hander. I think GhostFace is now going to push on and try and move into the lead. Chocolate is burning as well, so I don't know if Chocolate is going to try and pounce. No, he chooses not to burn. Trying to keep Lucas Champion behind, who's actually fully burning. A lot of his ERS as well. It's going to get very condensed to the front. Chocolate is almost being forced into a move. Contact made.
Well, they're trying to go 3 wide, and someone's going to have to back out here.
Chocolate cuts across the track very aggressively. Camper nearly gets absolutely swept up in that. trying to go side by side again, happened badly between Taze and Mikey. Lucas Champion though making the move. Costello in the chat, so hi guys. Peyton. But yeah, 3 Lucas Champion goes there, so benefiting well from all this fighting.
Lane's absolutely draining, and the could. I had to say that he stops draining. Seeing a lot of this. People setting up punch moves and backing out. GhostFace looking to take the lead down the inside of Bradley. Yeah, he's back into the lead then.
So see what Bradley's does. Still got a lot of his ERS. Obviously, Bradley's doing a bit of a burn. Got 50% lower than Bradley's currently does. So Bradley's quite happy then to cede that position for now. Oozing still adrift from this pack as well though. So even though Kookaburra was able to claw them in, Kookaburra was dropping Oozing, and it seems like Oozing is just, yeah, cannot benefit from all this as well, and see if he can pounce and get into the action as he's now 3.6 seconds in somewhat of no man's land as well. 3 seconds ahead of Ali then as well, with Robert comping us to a further 3.2 back as well.
You're getting roughly to the pit time now, so I wonder if you're someone like Oozing, when you're thinking you've got, yeah, you're 3.4 seconds off the car in front, 3.2 ahead and little one behind, you just go for it and just risk the undercut and see if you can get in amongst the pack. GhostFace and Brothers battling up for the lead again.
He's going to try and go around the outside. No, I think's better of it. Has to see that for Brothers. Look at the front 3 though in terms of position gains. GhostFace up 1, Brothers up 2, Lucas Champion up 4. So GhostFace was on the front row, but in terms of Chocolate, I mean, I know the collision was the reason why he's dropped down, but big position gains towards the front. Just Chocolate and Camper that had red on the timing board towards the front anyway. Then Mikey and Gromit down 7, but that's due to other incidents. Look at that train, all for the win here, all on screen. 6-car train. So we approached that halfway distance of the race already, and cars are into the pits.
Yeah, 4 of them going in.
Does anyone speed? It's not a race you want to speed in, considering it's so tight towards the top. Everyone keeping it very sensible. So it's Chocolate and GhostFace in this out, so that's going to be very interesting to see where they all slot into this pack when we come back around, whether they choose to immediately respond or whether they choose to hang it out. But we've got a couple more cars in the pits as well. As Kruk comes in.
Now when they all behave in this pit lane exit.
Yeah, obviously pit cuts can get done, so you see if anyone goes outside the lines. Oh, look how close Brothers is to Gremic.
I thought they were going to come together then.
I thought, yeah, obviously Gremic come around that corner with just some overspeed, racing his normal line, and nearly just completely collects him, but fresher tyres, I imagine that just means that Brothers is going to be able to run away. Obviously Gremic yet to pit. He's already getting swallowed up by the leaders. Obviously not getting lapped because they have done a pit stop, but oh, Lucas Champion trying to force his way through. Camper almost doesn't see him coming.
I think Gremic's trying what he can to try hold him up, while GhostFace obviously that. Can't do much more really though, just purely the tyre difference here.
Brothers has got past Mike as well, which could be very big in terms of this fight for the win.
Yeah, this is perfect for Brothers to put a couple of cars between them.
Look at Gremic though, doing God's work here for his teammate. Holding up Camper and Kookaburra behind. Chocolate choosing to stay out as well. So GhostFace is in, Chocolate stays out, he's going long. So this could be very interesting to see how this all plays out, because all just like, oozing all over the place. He comes into the pits as well. I think
lag, because suddenly it looked like he's trying to steer back to a Chocolate.
Yeah. So let's see then, where does GhostFace slot out? He's out of the box. Where does he fit in? Where are they coming out? They're coming into turn 1 right now. See Mikey, they're going into turn 1 alongside. Yeah, so he's out the pits. Look, yeah, Brothers is clear. He's fully just gone and dropped the pack. So who's that up ahead? It's Mawson yet to pit as well. So whether Mawson has been deployed here. So, oh look, Mawson's off the track. I think Mawson's been deployed here by Chocolate to be a little bit of a blockade in sector 3. We see that
based on that one lap, the difference he's got to do a huge
crazy
job
yeah.
Going to do anything.
I just don't think he'll have the facilities, surely. I mean, the gap's still 1 second, so I don't think, unless he literally slows down, I just don't think the gap's literally there to be able to do that as well.
problem is he's going to catch him.
Here
Well, as I say,
yeah,
that
here it goes.
dropped onto the situation and really backs off.
Yeah, look, he's not even on the throttle. He's literally coasting through. It's a bit shit house, but we can respect it.
I was going to say he was going to catch him. I think if he didn't do this, just straight along the straight, it would have been beautiful to jump and get through, and then make Mawson sort of dropped.
Yeah, Mawson. I imagine that's going to be Shock Allowed into the pits now, realising the gig is up. Yeah, in comes Shock Allowed event. Making sure to stay on the track in tricky conditions. But any comes, can he get it slowed down? He does, so we see how much. I mean, look, Mawson's already at the final corner, so he's lost so much time. Just getting pulled into the box now, so he's going to be miles behind.
It's crazy what these laps have done. Spider sits the fastest lap.
Yeah, he's going to be fully adrift. Look at him. Just Mawson as well. Gremic speeding as well.
That would be it for him, I think.
That's pain. I mean, yeah, he'd already had this drive-through next to his name as well, so the race was already kind of.
But there's the other flag out on track. That's the Ferrari, I think. Oh, yeah, it's Mikey who's been off and had a moment.
Is that damage on? Is that? Yeah, fully sliding down the main straight. Don't know what's happening here. 15 yet to pit as well, so Mikey's race pretty much done as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kind of it's worth watching just to see if he does anything.
Yeah.
But Gremic just pitting as well, just going to fly past him. Yeah, around again. But look at the gaps open up. So yeah, Brad has managed to pull a 1.9 second gap and all that, so really benefiting the most out of all that pit window. And Lucas champion as well. I was considering that Chocolate was in the fight for the win, and now he's 3.8 seconds adrift from the front five, so race, I don't want to say the race has been turned on its head as such, but considering Kookaburra didn't look like he was in the fight towards the front until there started being a fight in amongst that, and he's dragged himself into that. Meanwhile, Chocolate has been usurped in that sense, and he's now the one that needs to pull himself together and drag himself into that top 5 fight and make it a top 6.
It's going to be interesting as well now, because obviously with the gaps, suddenly it's just become almost about a bit of pure pace really on can Lucas champion catch Brothers, or had his pit strategy done enough.
Mikey's all over the place, whether he's just come around to come into the pits. Even Chesney's at him now. 3 seconds to his name as well. Currently sat P15 done last. 5 retirements so far. I imagine it's about to be 6.
Yeah, we'll see if he continues on.
Mawson, though, even though he was helping his teammate, is still on the cusp of points with Robert Compagnasu and Kruk up ahead with penalties, so it's looking quite good for Mercedes here to be both in the points. How many teams have got both cars in the points? No, has any car got both cars in the points? Red Bull, I mean, at the moment Red Bull is. Merc will be.
Even then, I suppose, yeah, if you're considering the penalty, then it's obviously Red Bull who dropped out that, and Merc was both in the pits.
Move from Mawson. He's gonna. I thought he was gonna have a bit of overspeed and be able to get the move done, but no. Robert Company actually stays alive up ahead in P10 for now, but the penalty, obviously, regardless of all this, will drop him back behind him. Imagine that was a little corner cut there from Ali as well. A little too close to that inside wall.
Seems almost as if the gap sort of between the front two is sort of somewhat neutralised, with obviously
1.9
more than behind him.
Yeah, obviously half a second between him and his countryman. Kookaburra as well, the same realistic gap as well. As Kruk actually makes a move on Ali. They're glitching. I don't know if that's legit, but Kruk's fully been squeezed into the wall there, flipped on his side. Nice bit of desync there. Ali has had internet issues in the past, but that's something that we may need to address once and for all. But he may have been chucked into the wall there.
It didn't look like he's got damage.
Which is, yeah. But so they may have, on our screen, they may have just glitched out, but then hopefully...
Oh no, Richard Kohler has got damage from it, so whatever has happened has caused damage.
Oh no, that was between the Kruk and Ali.
No, yeah, I did scroll up enough. No, I cut it, that's my bad.
Oh, this guy,
Who employed him?
But Mawson then still right on the back of Robert. We've got a move actually up ahead. GhostFace has been passed by Campus, so Campus sent it and got the move done. coming into Mickey Mouse, whether they choose. But look at the gap. Look, Bradders has pulled a nice little gap here, so even if he gets report for anything at this stage, I mean, he's still on for P2, at least. But, you know, even if he did get a 3-second penalty for something random, you know, he's got a 4.5 second gap now. Back to Campo, who's just made that move on GhostFace.
Well, you had the Chocolate incident, didn't you? Earlier, but typically something like that. In the wet, I mean, you just need to see both QVs again, really, before you start calling too much. Mikey does end up retiring.
Thought GhostFace was going to look for a move on Campo. He was very close, but loses a bit of momentum going into turn 1. Kookaburra's looking like he's on the charge as well, looking to see if he's got any chance of a podium here today. A little slide through turn 3, but still fully in this fight. Look at Chocolate doing an unbelievable job to claw himself back into the fight as well. Was 3.6 seconds at one point adrift from this pack. Now within that 1 second gap, even though it doesn't necessarily mean anything in wet conditions, but fully trying to still gun for this podium. I imagine he's got a good chance of doing so.
I'm
2.1 seconds
interested as well. I just went into race director and Bradders is showing an invalidated lap time. I mean, there was 2 warnings after that, so 2 collision warnings under that.
So he's on that cusp as well.
Yeah, I'd imagine he's on. I'm just scrolling through the incident. Yeah, so he's got 2 warnings to his name as it stands. That's obviously something else to consider. As Lucas Champion's only on the 1 and that's lap 1. Which,
so there's always a potential that can come off.
Yeah, that's a collision. Yeah. No, that's a collision.
Oh, then yeah. She's got a clean.
Lucas Champion. Sorry, Brad is the one to watch then. There's a couple of warnings to his name. Just the other thing to avoid for him.
And that gap has gone down then to 2 seconds. So Lucas Champion holding his own in that fight towards the front. Is it still anyone's game really for this 3rd place on the podium? It looks like P1 and 2 is somewhat solidified currently. There's still 9 laps to go though, so plenty can happen in this time.
Well, Kookaburra going side by side with Chocolate. Can he defend off the Murph? I think he's too far back to get the move done on the outside. Yeah. Kookaburra deep position for now.
For now, yeah. I mean, they both have similar ERS usage as well though, so Kookaburra can't necessarily use his battery to defend himself. He's lost a bit of momentum to the 2 Italians in front in trying to defend. You're all out of shape through sector 1. Bradders does get that 3 second. He spoke it into existence.
As long as he stays in the 3-second gap, we know he's not on the warning at the moment.
Someone, I can't remember who it was, someone in the chat said that Lucas Champion's downfall needs to be studied. Where are his haters now? he's on for his British win in however long. If he can just keep doing what he's doing.
Kookaburra's gone diving in. I don't think he meant to do that whatsoever. I think he just missed his braking point and he's actually spinning beside the Alpine.
Oh, look, 3 wide going into Mickey Mouse. Oh, and he just flicks on the wall. Latches onto his car. I mean, that all kind of is a domino effect because Kookaburra's dive pushed pushed Camper wide, and then it turned into a 3 wide situation, didn't it? Chocolate trying to benefit from it.
Yeah.
Trent said that was simply suboptimal. But that Oozing's pants from that as well benefited that, moves up to P6, and that's definitely given GhostFace a bit of breathing. Well, both of them really, a bit of breathing room because obviously it did look like Chocolate was attempting a bit of a charge in these latter stages of the race. But in terms of positions gained, that's helped Kookaburra maintain that positive record up 5, and then it's fed more into the concept that Oozing is right in the mix for driver of the day, starting last up to P6 currently. Don't think that necessarily changed.
No, he's waiting just for more instances really.
Yeah,
I think he's found himself in no man's land.
Yeah, I don't think Chocolat is really going to get him 6 seconds now. I don't think he had damage from that spin, but realistically I don't think Chocolat's going to have 6 seconds on him in the last. He's got to, maybe get a second a lap on him, which I don't think is going to happen. Bradders literally is not able to pull away from Lucas Champion though, is he? That gap is maintaining itself at 2 seconds, so Lucas Champion doing a phenomenal job just to hold him at arm's width.
They've really dropped GhostFace as well. GhostFace now 5 seconds back from Lucas Champion.
I don't know if that was a warning from Lucas Champion as well. Hopped over the curb there, so that might have ticked him over, but even so, he's only got 1 then at that case, so still very safe.
Yeah, it was a warning. So that's his first actual track limits warning.
Oh, just like as Ali's a bit all of shape coming through Mickey Mouse, and he's got the Crook. He's putting in a solid shift. He's currently P9 in the points. Mawson's still tucked up behind Robert as well. This is Alonso Petrov all over again. He just can't get the move done. And Ali and Crook going back at it again. Crook sending it into the braking zone. Oh, nearly collects Chocolate in the process. He's been dragged into this fight after his spin as well. Crook does get it slowed down in time. Oh, and they collect each other. Oh, a bit
not.
decent.
I think that was just lag, yeah.
Yeah,
I say that, but it has flipped Crook off. So.
It's the same thing that happened. He got put in the wall because of that. So yeah, I imagine that is going to get reported. But I know for a fact that that's going to be desync, where Ali's just going to have driven through him, which is frustrating.
Yeah,
but
immediately tell how the collision just happened.
Yeah,
it's desync.
Frustrating because Crook was having a good little scrap there. He's obviously got more pace than Ali in this situation, because that's 2 collisions now where he's been in a fight with Ali, been smashed around because of desync, but then he's going to catch back up again to him. So it's, I guess Ali has got damage. So P8 is on the cards then for Crook. If he can get the move done in a potential area where he's not going to get flicked around by desync.
Well, Mawson's got through Robert Campiasso, so if he can show a bit of pace and just bring this gap down as well. Obviously Crick's got a 3-second penalty that he can try and aim for, but as I say, that Robert Campiasso's going to look to come back at him. It's gone for the move on the outside into the braking zone, but yeah, it's the Mercedes that can stay ahead.
Little switch back on the cards, so no. Realistically, Mawson will hold this going into sector 3 at least. No ERS really, the pair of them both on below 20%, so both fully going for it. And we respect that. Last point on the card, and they're fighting tooth and nail for it. Obviously Robert's even got the penalty, so not even really fighting for the point, but just for the love of the game. Big gaps between Oozing Chocolada, Ali. Crook's already starting to drag that down to get back within a second. So realistically, the action on track is for that podium position, so it's crunch time now, 6 laps left. Who is going to be on the podium then? GhostFace, Camper or Cookbert? Who do you think is going to be? That's the question. Looks solidified at the moment. It's going to be Bradders and Lucas Champion. Lucas Champion's got it all the way down to 1.2, so you might even go for the move on track as well, rather than even trying to get it across the line.
I wonder if Bradders had a huge moment to lose that then. You know, I mean, they were just consistently trading lap times, it seemed. So I think he has had a huge moment as opposed to just naturally ticking down. But problem is, that's realistically going to get Lucas Champion almost back in the slipstream effect.
Yeah, if you can hold it, then yeah. I imagine it's looking very good for Lucas Champion. I'll quickly go into the vault and see what the situation is with Lucas Champion. I know he's at least got one. I know he's got a pole position in the T2. What is his stats saying? He's only got the one pole.
What we've seen here though is it's very tough to get the overtaking done. So
yeah, as shown from Robert and Mawson, really, that Mawson sat behind him for several laps on end. Yes, Lucas Champion's only got the one win to his name actually in Tier 2. 3 poles.
Cooper is looking to get through Camper as well as they go side by side into the final corner, like ones that made. Cooper gets the job done at the inside.
Camper just opening up his steering on exit, trying not to lock wheels with Cooper and send them both into the wall. So yeah, live to fight another day. Still 5 laps left, so it's still time for Camper to pounce back and regain that P5, move from P5 into P4.
Do you think Lucas Champion hasn't actually won one yet?
1-1. He has won 1. 3 poles, 1 win currently on his database.
I was going to say, I mean, this is surely his now. There's just not a car or anything.
Oh no. Chocolada is making inroads into oozing as well, but 5 laps. I mean, he's knocked 2 seconds in about 4 laps or so, so it's not completely out of the question, but I think it's very unlikely. But even so, that Chocolada was fighting for the win. So considering he's got potentially a P6 at best, is slightly painful.
Well, Mawson gets through, and obviously Grummet gets one as well. It's painful for Mawson because he just got in the 3-second gap to Crook, so he would have been jumping at that position. He loses that one for now.
Twice, yeah. But look at Lucas Champion as well, right on the back of him now, within a second. 6.5 seconds now clear of GhostFace, so yeah, it's fully a front 2 now. I know it was already looking that way, but yeah, that gap continues to grow between Brad Lucas champion, and then that chasing pack behind. 1.2 seconds Camper as well off the back of Kookaburra, so losing touch. I wonder if Camper's tyres are just going off. In terms of tyre life, who's been out the longest? Everyone out pretty much the same. Chocolate obviously going for that overcut. And it looked like they had the potential to pay off, but then the collision sent it all the way down to P7. When a win was potential on the cards, or at least the podium, obviously lost a lot of ground to Bradis and Lucas Champion going for that overcut. And it didn't necessarily pay off.
Lucas Champion's really on the back end. Bradis catching a couple
all
of
over the place
moments here.
Again, little snap. I think Lucas Champion's going to win this on track, isn't he? Look at it again. He just seems in so much more control of his car compared to Bradis, who's catching every opportunity. He's got, look how much ERS he's got as well. He's going to go for the move. He's tucking in behind.
If you're Bradis, I don't know how much you really want to fight this one.
Rapsicola's in the wall.
He's retired and he's called a late safety car. He's really going to mix it up.
Wow, I don't know what's that. He's gone straight on the final corner, so I don't know what's happened there. Chesney's right with that, so I really want to see what's happened there. It'd be interesting to get Chesney's POV. What's happened there? Say 5 laps left.
There's drive-through for Bradis.
Wow.
Oh, that's painful. That's going to literally drop him to dead last and out of the point. He was guaranteed a second place.
Repsy Killer said he sneezed. Oh my god. We are going to, if you have got footage of that, we are going to need to see it, because considering it's so late in the race, it did look like you've effectively straight lined the final corner though, so. If you can, just send that to someone. But wow. Lucas Champion looked like he was on for the win anyway, but Brad is fully fisted by this. He's not only going to miss out on a P2, he's coming into the pits, he's not going to be able to serve it. He's going to try and serve that, but there's no point because you can't serve it.
Unless he's calling it a day, but yeah, it's not going to serve it. He might just want the fresh tyres, assuming more people are going to come in, but I mean, Camper's in.
That's a cut from oozing as well.
Chocolate's in, Ali's going very slow and looking like he's going to come in, so there's quite a lot of them towards the back. They're going to go for it. Crook's the one who isn't.
Brad saying he doesn't deserve the drive. Yeah, but everyone has to slow down. I know it's peak getting a drive through, but everyone else has been in that exact same situation.
Yeah, I've done it myself a couple of times actually.
Wow, so that fully opens up that fight for the podium then. Chocolata gets a 10-second penalty for ignore it. Is that with his teammate as well? I don't know what's happened there, but a bit of confusion. If I was Chocolata, I'd come straight back into the pits.
And well, to be fair, if it's a stupid one, you can bring it to the stewards and go to the
That is true, yeah. Stupid. And it was so I imagine there's been a legal overtake somewhere in there with them all being condensed. So who's coming to the pits then and all that? So Chocolata's on fresh tyres, Oozing fresh tyres, Camper, Bradders all on fresh tyres, but obviously Bradders will have to serve that drive through. He's saying, I don't deserve it, the Delta is still on. Yeah, but if the game is giving you a drive through, you've realistically gone over the Delta, regardless how tight it is. I know it's awful to be in this situation, but the game, the one thing that I would say about the game is if you've been given a drive through, it's for the correct reason. You're saying, if you don't serve it, the game will it's either going to disqualify you or it's going to give you...
It hits you a 20-second
penalty. Yeah. So, and then realistically that 20 seconds won't come off, because if it's a legitimate Delta, so going over the Delta, you won't get that 20 seconds taken off.
If you really think it's illegitimate, you can try and bring it forward, but by the
you can try,
but you've just gone over the Delta, there's no case.
Yeah, unless it's been a glitch, but if it's just a case of catching up to the safety car or something and the Delta's just ticked over, then it's realistically it's going to follow into the actual results.
And that's the game does tell you have to set in a certain amount of laps, but as long as it lets you go to the end, it will only give you 20 seconds. Because I remember I served mine, and I think I served it in Bahrain, and the game told me I still had a drive through it.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
After the serving it.
So in that case, yeah. You were nowhere near the safety car, yeah, but the safety car isn't necessarily the reason why. If it's all Delta related, so realistically,
yeah, the reason why the Delta's on is to keep the gaps between all the cars, so everyone can pit
Yeah.
and come back out roughly.
So yeah, Brad, you're more than allowed to go to the end, but at the same time, I don't know how what's the better way. Oh, Chocolate was coming out of the pits anyway, so yeah.
Yeah, that Chocolate one will come who was ahead at the line.
Yeah.
I suppose. Or whether or not it's an illegal overtake technically.
I mean, you could take that. Yeah, I guess that's another one that you take to the stewards, but then if it backfires, a 10-second could stay if you're actually behind come the end of the pit lane line. I imagine the safety car will be in the stack just catching up. What are the penalties saying here as well? Like, let me have a look, because there's a couple of penalties flying around. Braz will go to the back. Chesney and Gremick are at the back with 3 seconds. Chocolade's got his 10, so realistically all the penalties are going to kind of neutralise themselves. Ali's in a very healthy situation here, but did he fix his wing in the pits? He did. So Ali's fully back in this for a good result, so he's aiming for a P6 out of all this. More benefit as well from Oozing. He's going to go up even more. We'll cut to the front now, watch the restart. League's champion doing it out of the final corner. How late is he going to leave it? Is that, oh, he's gone. Lights up.
He's trying to get going.
Look at they've caught Cooker absolutely napping. Gaps are humongous.
Ryder peels off into the pit, so he's accepted defeat for the drive-through.
So Oozing's been a bit of lag here. Oozing's been passed by both Mercs. I don't know if that's going to be legitimate. Brothers was just retired in pits.
Oh, Mawson has a moment under braking and bins it into the turn 1 and drops right to the back of the
I think Desync, I think Oozing has spun Morsing with Desync.
I don't know, to me that looked like he just locked the tyres. I might be wrong.
Maybe. He has done this before. I remember he did that in his first race in the pre-season in China. Down at the hairpin he did the exact same thing. So it's potential.
As well. Yeah, Crook's lost half his wing.
It's so painful when you've got a lap left of racing as Camper and Cookenborough are going to go side by side. 2 seconds, very close to the wall there, but both survive for now. Cookenborough keeps it in P3 though. And out of nowhere, GhostFace has potentially got a win on the cards. Camper dives down the inside as well, leaving space for Cookenborough on the outside, who's going to hang it round the outside. A bit of contact made between the pair, but Camper gets the move done. It's a brilliant overtake from him. 1 lap of racing left as well, but to be fair, Lucas Champion has got a nice gap already. He's got a second gap between him and GhostFace, so GhostFace is going for back-to-back wins. Looks like at the moment he's going to be able to hold on. He's got a tasty buffer, so I think he's going to be alright. Same with Camper as well.
Brothers were showing very good pace obviously before the safety car, so yeah, they should that he's kept that going.
Yeah, it deserved really, just to maintain that gap. Chocolade is somewhat benefiting as well. Oh, and he's going for a move on Cooker as well. And Oozing's lagged out onto the final lap.
Oh, that's a painful one. He's done so much good work to get to P6, probably would have been P5 after the penalties. I'll try and find him, but odds of getting back in now.
Still a chance, it's just whether you'll lose so much precious time. Considering it's wet conditions, I think this is the one that you'd actually hope to disconnect in, because obviously the wet is somewhat of a... As Crux actually retired in the pits on coming around to the final lap, I just don't really see the point.
He has half a win though, to be fair.
Ah, that is true, yeah. Because Oozing though, he's going to lose 1 position to Ali there. Looks like Gremick will gain the benefit from that as well.
Got from GhostFace as well, so suddenly it's him who's going to be the one to charge down Lucas Champion. He's not got a lot of time left whatsoever.
He's had a moment, because Chocolade's going to have him as well. Chocolade's going for the podium here. I know he's got his 10 seconds come off as well though, so provisionally then that Chocolade up to P3. Suddenly Camper's all over the back. I don't know what's happened here. Camper's flying.
Yeah,
he's got a chance here.
Much better.
He's got a chance.
Wow, and he's going to absolutely dump his ERS.
Lucas Champion moves to the inside to cover it off. Out of nowhere, Camper's gone from 0 to hero, potentially going for the win here, going round the outside for the move.
It's all come down to the final corner after all of this. Oh, there's contact between them.
Oh, they've squeezed each other into the wall. Oh, he's got a better exit though. It's going to be neck and neck to the line. Oh, a bit of contact between the pair. I think it's Camper's going to win. Camper wins it by half a 10. Out of nowhere on the final lap, he was third. Didn't look like he was in the mix for the win at all. And then I don't even know what happened on that final lap. I need to see that back from his POV because he's flown through to win it. Wow. From nowhere. I feel quite sorry actually for Lucas Champion not to win that, but wow. Brad said you didn't see, yeah, but you retired in the pit, so I don't know what you tried to achieve by doing that. Oh, the game didn't save it. Yeah, because you did it. Oh, I don't know.
Oh, he tried to go on the lap of it. Yeah, that's one thing. Should have allowed him to serve it, but it's just the game being stupid.
That's pain. But yeah, wow. So who saw that coming then? Camper is your winner today. Looked set in stone almost to be Lucas Champion. All Bradders, but it all unfolded within the last couple of laps. Cooper saying where did he finish? So currently you're P5. Ali went all the way up to P4 in the end, keeping it clean without penalties. A beautiful race from him. Camper wins, Lucas Champion P2, GhostFace P3, Ali P4. Kookaburra P5, oozing, desynced, but somehow he stayed P6, so solid result from him. Gremic down in P7 after penalties. Chesney gets P8 despite having half a wing and being in his home race for half the time. Chocolata gets P9, but he is going to look to get that penalty. Oh, Kookaburra lagged out in the last lap, so yeah, so you're P5 currently. But Chocolata's looking to get that 10 seconds removed, and then outside the points. Mawson was always on that cusp as well, so unfortunate that he didn't get it on. Robert Kubicasu just beat him to it. The Kruk gets P12, we've retired actually, because that's retirements as well, isn't it, from Kruk and Bradley. So even though they're showing up as finishing, they will be classified as retiring. And with bearing in mind, then on top of that, oozing, I think he's going to get a penalty for cutting the pits as well. So wherever he finished, there's a potential for someone else to move up the order there as well. So typical FC fashion yet again. We have no idea what the results are until tomorrow. So if you are interested, yeah, keep an eye on Stat Zone tomorrow, or just the overall announcements to see who's on the podium. If Chocolata gets that penalty removed, if anyone gets reported as well and gets kicked off the podium, because there's plenty happening. But yeah, now attention turns to F1, or just generally to next week, where Tier 2 here have leveled a bit of Hungary. So see if that's dry or wet. I imagine Hungary will be dry, but we'll leave that until Tuesday. But yeah, turning our attention to Tier 1 now, where Tier 1 do have a sprint. Obviously Tier 2 had their sprint last week in Portugal. So for now, yeah.
Only a bit of rain as well, isn't there, for Tier 1 right at the start of the sprint? So.
Yeah,
lucky we've not got to go through a full winter race.
Yeah, obviously all the rain went to Tier 2. Tier 1's got a bit in the sprint, but yeah, mainly dry. So yeah, if you're interested in watching that, I think Wildstorm and Alex should be looking after you tonight. So if you're interested in watching that, it's on in 40 minutes or so. Feel free to stick around, but if you're just interested in watching Tier 2, we will see you next week in Budapest. Thank you, goodbye.